My name is Hannah.
And I'm Giovanni.
And you're tuning into LSEC TV.
On today's show, we will be covering the two-fingered dinosaur, discovered and a glimpse into the deformed Peppa Pig.
And we'll also be catching up with our sports correspondents Ben Bowd and Ben Franklin, who'll be giving us a rundown of all the latest sports news.
First on our story today, we'll be heading over to the common room, where we'll be informing you about the extracurriculum activities in place at the Bexley campus.
So I'm here to ask you some questions about the common room and sort of everything that goes on down here. So could you sort of just tell us a bit about what the extracurriculars for this academic year are?
Mm-hmm. So here in the common room, we open daily, usually from about 9 till 4. We tend to do different sort of activities through the week, and usually depending on sort of what we're celebrating or what we're trying to educate the students on at that time. So we follow a calendar of national events. At the moment it's Black History Month, and we tend to just sort of do different activities or sort of different things to entertain the students during breaks and lunch at the common room.
That's great. So can I also ask you a question? I've seen a couple of posters around about the Twilight College. Could you just give us a little brief explanation on the Twilight College?
Okay, so the Twilight College it's aimed at sort of an extra sort of enrichment activity which happens after college, so it's all the sort of extracurricular. It does vary, but at the moment we've got a table tennis session, we've got a drama club happening, and we've also got sort of an art creative club. So this is all happening sort of from 4 p.m. onwards,
Okay.
something to do after college.
Yeah, that's good. Is there anything else you'd like to add about sort of what you guys would like to sort of tell everyone who's watching LSEC News at the moment?
Just that the common room is usually open. Me and my colleague Chi-Chi are always around if anyone wants to come and even just have a chat. We're both safeguarding officers and also look after sort of different welfare sort of type issues and things that happen. So if anyone ever wants to come and have a chat, we're also here.
And I also heard about student union and sort of like you look after the class reps and stuff like that. Could you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Mm-hmm. So the class reps, within the curriculum, every course or class will have at least 2 class reps. It kind of works like a student council. So every term we meet and we discuss sort of feedback from students, whether it's good or bad, on ways that we can improve the college. And then the student union, that is a group of students which will be voted into positions, and again they're there to help improve college life, help improve anything to do with college really, whether it's curriculum or whether it's the building. We had some people that suggested we decorated in the corridors and things last year, and that all happened, or maybe food in the canteen or any of those kind of other issues.
Nice. That's great, thank you.
Yeah.
That was a riveting report. Thank you, Rosie. Now heading over to our sports correspondents.
10 men, 2-0. Burnley beat... Oh, joke.
Hello, welcome to LSEC TV Sports. I'm Ben Bowd.
No, I'm Ben Franklin.
Today we'll be covering the Premier League. Wolves beat Crystal Palace by 2-0 with a red card featured. Chelsea beat Burnley by 3-0 with Ziyech scoring and assisting on his debut. Aston Villa lost by 4-3 to Southampton. Man United lost to Arsenal for the first time at 6 years at Old Trafford due to a penalty. Fulham got their first win of the season against West Brom.
Man City beat Sheffield United 1-0. Liverpool got a late winner against West Ham. That was 2-1. Newcastle beat Everton 2-1 with Wilson getting 2 goals. Tottenham beat Brighton 2-1 with Bale scoring on his return. And Leicester City beat Leeds United 4-1.
And now for the Champions League results throughout the week. Lokomotiv lost 2-1 to Bayern Munich this week. Marseille lost 3-0 to Manchester City. Real Madrid pulled it back late against Mönchengladbach away from home. Porto beat Olympiacos 2-0. Krasnodar lost 4-0 to Chelsea. Club Brugge drew with Lazio. And Dortmund beat Zenit St. Petersburg 2-0.
Shakhtar and Inter Milan was a draw. Liverpool beat Midtjylland 2-0. Atletico Madrid beat Salzburg 3-2. Atlanta and Ajax was also a draw. PSG beat Istanbul 2-0. Barcelona beat Juventus 2-0. Man United beat Leipzig 5-0.
You can't do it like that. You can't do it. And this week of Champions League football, we have Rennes facing Chelsea at home. We have Manchester United playing Istanbul. We have PSG hosting Leipzig. We have Dortmund facing Club Brugge. We have Olympiacos taking on Manchester City. We have Marseille facing Porto. We have Inter Milan against Real Madrid in a group decider. We have Atletico Madrid against Lokomotiv Moscow. We have Krasnodar versus Sevilla. We have Dinamo Kiev versus Barcelona. Then we have Lazio facing Zenit. Juventus facing Fenerbahce. Mönchengladbach versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Liverpool take on Atalanta at home. Bayern take on Salzburg at home. And Ajax host Midtjylland. This has been LSEC Sports TV with one of your hosts, Ben Bowd. Thank you for watching.
That looks like good news for Liverpool fans coming into the top of the league. And now we'll be heading over to Lewis.
I'm Lewis, and today we have the Idiot of the Year. Literally walked into a robber. Oh, no, that's wrong. Hello, and welcome to the entertainment section of LSEC TV. I'm Lewis, and today we have the Idiot of the Year. He walks into a robbery of a house and then proceeds to leave his address, name at the crime scene. How do you leave your rucksack at, like, aren't you supposed to be taking stuff, not leaving stuff? Is it Santa Claus coming this year? Or is it COVID? Who knows anymore? We all know about the Travis Scott collab with McDonald's, but we got exclusive news. Marshmallow has a collab with McDonald's where they're going to replace the buns with marshmallows? Stay tuned. A disturbing image of Peppa Pig was leaked when they found out that Peppa Pig had 4 eyes. Very disturbing. View discretion is advised. But let's talk about Peppa Pig, as it is like quite dark how they killed off like the main character Peppa Pig and they threw like the father into the sun. I don't know what that was all about, but it's a kids show and they have made it really dark.
Now to our final story of the day.
Hi, I'm Rosie.
And I'm Amelia.
And you're watching the US presidential election roundup on LSEC TV.
The presidential election took a whole 6 days to count all the votes from all the states.
Biden won by 284 electoral votes and Trump losing by 214.
Trump will have to leave the White House in January 2021, where Joe Biden will then be president.
Joe Biden's supporters were on the streets of Washington, D.C. After it got announced that he had won the presidential election. They were all celebrating. They weren't social distancing, but they were wearing masks. Yeah.
Before the election, Trump tweeted, "If Biden somehow manages to win this election, you will simply not see me again, I'll leave the country." In a very funny response, Biden then tweeted back saying, "Biden."
Everyone found this quite funny on Twitter, as Trump is very against Biden. In a couple of their sort of rallies, Trump has seemed to say quite a lot of things about Joe Biden's army son, who actually he passed away. Lots of just indirects about him, talking about how he's not fit and stuff like that, always sort of doing this. But before Joe Biden's son died, Bo, he passed away. He asked Joe Biden to run for president one more time and try and win. So hopefully this will be a great term for Joe Biden, and hopefully he'll be re-elected in the next 4 years.
Trump found out the news of when he lost the election while he was playing his favourite game, golf.
So yeah, that's our roundup of the US presidential election. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next month.
Thanks for tuning in to LSEC TV.
Make sure you check out our Instagram and Twitter at LSEC TV.
If you have any suggestions on any topics we should cover next, please don't hesitate to contact us through our Instagram or Twitter.